Well, good morning, you guys.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Real Talk with SLR.
How are you guys doing today?
Well, you guys, it's a beautiful day to get stuff done.
Yep, today's going to be a really, really good day. We're going to be getting at it on our mudroom build today.
Yep, and hopefully by the end of today, we're going to have all of the walls up with the window cutouts in place, the door cutout in place, and be ready to move forward with it, man. I'm excited. This whole front is going to be totally different by tonight.
This thing's going to definitely change everything over here.
Yeah, it's going to change the whole feel, friends.
It's going to be a little crazy, I'm not going to lie, because it's going to be exactly like what I was imagining, and I hope it's going to be exactly the way that you were imagining.
Well, we're about to find out. We're about to find out.
We're going to see how it all turns out and everything else like that, but I'm excited.
I'm super excited. This whole front, I don't think is going to take us too long to build because there's only like, what, 2 king studs, maybe? The rest of it are like these cripples and like the header boards and stuff.
The whole stud layout is kings, basically. Like there's no place for me to put a king or like a stud, basically. It's all going to be windows and doors.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So even though we're going to have walls up here and, the doorway right there, it's still going to be very open, which is awesome because it's really going to allow me, the visual learner, to see it, to actually see it and be able to like imagine as if I was looking out my windows, sitting here and having a cup of coffee. No. Yeah. I'm very excited, man. I'm super excited.
It's going to be pretty quick though. I don't see it taking like a very long time.
The only time if it's going to take a really long time is with the triple and quadruple, the checking of the measurements and stuff.
Correct.
That's going to be the longest part of it, but also a very necessary, crucial part of it. So that way, we're not wasting any wood and we're making sure that we're getting it right and everything. So, but that's honestly like sometimes what takes us the longest is just the measuring and then the remeasuring and then the remeasuring just to get it like lined up, that's because we want to be precise and,
correct.
We don't want to be wasting wood and, our time and stuff. And it's never a waste of time to make sure that you're right when it comes to doing your building projects. Because there have been times where we didn't do the quadruple check and then we realized that we messed it up. And then we had to go back to the drawing board and like do everything all over again. It was a mess. So I would rather take the time on the front end, a little bit, and then, But either way, even with all of that, guys, like honestly, this front end is going to be so quick. We really have to build 3 walls. We don't even have to build 4 because there's the 4th wall right there. We're building that wall, this wall, and the other side wall. And we're going to have to make sure to get it all connected in.
Where it's going to be tricky is...
I was just going to say the scary part of the day is that we will be opening up our roof because we're going to be cutting this part off. We talked about it on the video that was such a, we talked about it on the video on Simple Life Reclaimed. I'm
a little nervous about that, to be quite honest.
Yeah, tearing into the roof. It's a little nerve-wracking.
It is what it is, I can't do anything about it,
Yeah.
But we're going to be able to get it going. We're going to be able to do what we need to do. And by the end of the day, this thing's going to be done. Like
the walls. The walls. Don't say it's going to be done. Somebody's going to hold your feet to the fire. You're not in there yet.
The walls are going to be up there, right? And then now we'll get me to a point where it's like, okay, this is where my eave's going to be transitioning into this eve. This is where I need to meet the line, and then that's where I can figure out exactly. Let's draw a triangle and basically let's get that figured out so I know where it's going to land and how it's going to go. And
the real nerve-wracking part about cutting this eave part off is that now our cabinet is going to be exposed to the elements. However, as far out as we can see on the weather app, we have 0 rain in sight. The weather is going to consistently stay like how it's been, nice and cool in the mornings, warm up in the afternoon, and then get cold again in the evening times. But there's no rain on the agenda, at least as far out as we can see. However, we know how Arkansas is, and it can change like that sometimes. And we are going to want to try to get the roof connected in and done to this as soon as possible. But with all of our plans and stuff coming up, you guys got your big fishing trip coming. We've got family flying in town and stuff. I know that we essentially have today, tomorrow, and Wednesday to put foot to booty on this part, and then we're going to have to take a few days because we have family plans.
Correct.
So we're essentially going to get those 3 days this week, and then we're going to have to put it off until next week. But that being said, I would anticipate that by the end of next week, we should be like ready to start measuring for our metal for our roof. That's the hope.
Correct.
That's the plan. And, you know, knock on wood. Life does unexpected things sometimes. You never know what's going to happen, but that's what we're looking forward to at this point.
Correct.
And today is going to be a huge, huge, huge step in that direction for us. And I'm very excited to be able to have the walls up, man. And then, like, I remember when we were building the cabin and we had like all of the rooms and stuff drawn out on the floor, like, okay, this is where this wall is going to go for this, wall or whatever. This 2x4 is going to go here, and we're going to build up the stuff. And I remember looking at it on the floor and being like, yeah, that looks like a good sized room. And, yeah, I kind of like this and I kind of like that, But I didn't really get like the feel of it until the walls closed in on me, and then I could really see it. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. No. And it's going to be the same thing over here. That's just how my brain works in this state of reality that we find ourselves in.
Yeah.
So, but it's really exciting, man. Like, this is a really nice space. I could see it now, us having places to put our shoes and to put our coats and stuff. And I want to have a nice little seating area so you can actually sit down when you're putting on your shoes and taking off your shoes. I would like to have maybe like a little spot in here for some of my herb plants and whatnot that I can grow in this room with all the lighting and stuff, that I can easily go from the kitchen over here and, just get some parsley and different things that I want to use for my cooking, right? Be a really nice, pretty space. Yeah. And somebody was saying, are you really going to want to sit and like hang out and have a cup of coffee in your mudroom? Yes. Yeah. Yes. If it's really cold outside, especially in like the winter months, I could totally see me being out here and like enjoying
looking at what's going on outside, right?
Yeah, and the sunlight, right?
The sunlight
while still being, you'll feel like you're outdoors, but yet you'll still be protected from the elements, We have several spots on this property now that have amazing views. The back deck is an amazing view, gorgeous, but it's not going to be enclosed like how this area is. No. So when it's really freezing cold, I would definitely want to use this front space more. Yeah. And anytime, even the summertime, whatever. I think in the summer we'll probably end up being out on the bottom or the top decks, back patios, just because of where the sun is and
how it goes and everything else like that. Yeah.
But this is going to be a great like winter spot or fall spot, or anytime spot. It's
gonna be super nice.
I could see it now. Like I could see. I have an idea on how we'll lay it out too, with the door being right here. Right, you're not going to want to have like the seating. I wouldn't necessarily want to have the seating spot like over here. Might want to drop some stuff off right here. Yeah. But like the rest of it will be kind of over on this side,
The way I look at it, I just like maybe like a shelf or like just a little one coming this way, maybe like 3 foot or something.
Like a little bench.
Like a little bench to where you can sit down. Take off your shoes or whatever, and then right underneath it having like a boot rack.
Some storage.
Or shoe rack on the side, or even on this side right here, having a coat rack.
Yeah. And we are going to have windows and stuff too. And some of our coat racks and whatnot, they might be not the kind that hang on the wall, but the kind that's on a stick. No. Where it's like a stick and then you got the little arms hanging off of it and you hang it up on it.
Hang it up on it real quick, you know. But that's basically if it's like, hey, I'm going to be using it. That's basically what this area is going to be.
Yeah, this isn't storage. This is not storage. This is like the daily use. Like,
to be the storage for our mudroom and like all that other stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, we're not going to be using this today. It's going to cycle the coats in there, you know?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And then we'll all have like a coat that we end up using for the season.
Yeah, like in the winter, like we always wear our Carhartts, you know? And so we'll probably have them hanging up in here because we'd be using them like every day because they're our big, thick winter jackets, you know? We usually only have like one good, thick winter jacket. I have several of the shacket, you know, like light jackets for fall time because you just, I don't know, you cycle them almost like a shirt. Or jackets in the winter time, you're wearing so many layers. Like your sweat and stuff never gets on the jacket. Like unless you spill something on it, like then it gets dirty. But other than that, I don't really wash. Maybe am I nasty? Do you guys do this? I'm asking y'all. Is this a me thing? I don't really wash our jackets very much. I'll wash it if they get filthy, but other than that, like maybe once a month, like maybe. And that's only because we're wearing so many layers. It's not like we're sweating inside and on the jacket. Like
it depends on what it is, but yeah, no, I'll throw mine in the wash, and you know that.
Yeah, like once in a while.
It's because exactly like what you said.
Yeah.
Where sometimes though, I end up having too many layers.
Yeah.
So then I do sweat.
Then you get extra hot, right? But then you just take the jacket off, and then you're just sweating through your layers. If you're really that hot, it's not like you're rocking the jacket.
It gets to that point for me when I get like, when I'm wearing all that layers and I'm hot like that, if I take it off, and it's like, oh, and you put it on, and it's like you're right back to that sweating part, and you're playing that hot.
Yeah. There are times where we do that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just like, man, what the heck? I just want that perfect median.
For real though, like, am I the outsider on this? How often do you guys wash your winter jackets? Like your winter jackets, like your daily winter jacket. And I want to know what your profession is. I want to know. I want to know these things. Am I the oddball? Am I nasty? And if I'm nasty, hey, I'm nasty. I'm proud. I do what I do. But I don't really wash it that much. However, like things like bed sheets and stuff like that, you got to wash those. Like those are like a weekly kind of a thing. But then again, too, like the comforter. I don't really wash the comforter on the bed that often. I'll wash the comforter on the bed like once a month, and I'll wash like the bed sheets and stuff once a week when I do like the big laundry. So I don't know. Pending. Right. And it just depends on like, do I feel like they're nasty? I don't know. Maybe I'm the nasty one. That's okay. It's okay. Like tell me, girl, you nasty in the comments. Say, girl, you nasty.
I feel like it's pretty common. You know what I mean?
I think it's common. I don't know. Most of the people that I know rock with it like that. Like, I don't know. But I think it's different too. Like we have a lot of different people from a lot of different countries, and there's different cultures, and there's different lifestyles, and there's different just things, right? So I'm interested to hear about those things. But that's how we rock out here. That's how we do things, and it is what it is. But anyway, squirrel, side skirt, skeet.
But it's gonna be a really, really good day today. Yeah, I'm excited, you guys. Honestly, it's going to fly by.
I've got like little butterflies in my stomach. I'm like ready to get to work. I'm ready. I'm ready. We got all the materials up here. We have all the stuff. We do need to just grab our nail gun real quick and bring it up here. But
get the compressor running.
Yeah, and put the air in that thing and get that thing ready. But we are literally, it's about go time.
It's going to be go team go.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about it because you know exactly what needs to be done.
Oh, yeah.
To build the headers.
You saying I got some skills?
Yes, you got a lot of skills. I'm just saying.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Win. That's a win.
But what I'm saying though is I'm gonna end up cutting the pieces real quick, right? And you're gonna slap those headers together.
Yep.
And as soon as those headers are done, right? And it's like, okay, cool. Let me cut out all the studs, but I'm going to,
there won't be that many.
I'm going to end up cutting the studs first, and I'll have you end up putting the walls, like these walls together. And then we'll end up getting those into position.
Well, I think that actually
I have to do two
sets. The very first thing that we're going to have to do is we're going to chop into that roof. So that way you can get your measurement heights and stuff like that for different things, et cetera, et cetera. Like that's what you told me last time. You could have changed your plan, but that's what...
I've already got the measurement and all that. But,
like you said, you were going to chop into that thing first.
Well, we've got to chop into it to be able to slide it in there. We can't there's no.
Well, yeah, it's gonna go bank, blank, blank.
It's
not gonna go into nothing.
Gonna go in there.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we gotta cut it up to where we can at least get that thing in there. And then once that is into place and everything else like that, then we can, work that way and do the same thing and just get the walls on up and get it going. And then there's a lot more to it because.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah. This part is going to be able to get built pretty quick.
Yeah.
The part is where we come out to this 4 foot coming out, so we have a nice little spot that should be dry, that will also have another 16-inch overhang that way. So
yeah, but you're jumping the gun on that. That's when we start working with the roof.
Yeah, that's when we're going to start getting everything rolling.
Yeah,
and going.
Because right here in front of us, I know you guys probably can't see it that well because of where the camera is put, but what we're sitting on is going to be the floor for the mudroom. And then right there is the little stoop that we built. And the stoop is going to have stairs that come like right down this way. And there is a piece of a footer that's right there with the SLR 2024. And that piece still needs to get like a mounting bracket drilled into it. And then Gary and I actually have plans to go and chop down a nice cedar tree and stick a cedar tree right there as one of the beams. So that way it's really beautiful, and it brings like that natural element in. And we're going to use the cedar tree as one of the posts that will then go up and connect into the roof because the roof's going to come out like that. And we're going to need a pole here. And we're also going to need to get a pole over here on the stoop so that way it can hold up the roofing. But that's not going to be our main worry today, friends. Today, we're going to backtrack and we're going to try to stay focused on the walls.
Correct.
But it's all a part of it and it's all needing to be done in order to be finished. But I'm excited. Like Gary was saying, this piece right here with the stairs is going to be covered. Because the roof comes out like this. Yeah. And so when you're walking up the stairs, you won't be walking in rain. You won't be sliding in rain when you're going down the stairs. Ice won't be on to the stairs, so that'll be nice.
There's a lot to it.
So we don't get so hurt and stuff. We did mention it on the video, but we'll mention it again. The stoop right here on this side piece, we actually plan to put like a gate on there. Yep. So that way, when we're carrying up like the big furniture, we're talking about the refrigerator, the oven, all that stuff. We don't have to carry it upstairs, turn it, bring it over and inside the house.
We can pull our truck up, back up to it, open up the gate, unload right here.
Yep. And then so it'll only have to go into the house.
Correct.
Which is not hard to do. We've maneuvered furniture through much more precarious situations than that, especially in like the duplex days.
Correct.
Our duplex was so small.
It was so small, you guys. But yes, it was that's the one thing that I'm just sitting here looking at this all, and I'm like, man, I'm excited for this.
I'm so excited, guys. I'm excited because
it's getting that much closer and closer, right?
Yeah.
And it's just amazing. I'm excited to get this thing rolling.
Well, I know for a fact
rolling and going
that we are going to hit our goal for the year of metal on the roof by the end of the year. I know we're going to accomplish that, and I feel like we're going to accomplish that and then some. We'll already be working on the next before the end of the year. I truly feel that in my gut. But everything takes time, and you have to allow yourself the grace to learn as we're learning along the way, and to be patient and to persevere, keep knocking down them doors, just keep steadfast, and to enjoy what we're doing along the way, not to rush it away, but to really take it all in and really enjoy what we're doing along the way. Because many times during certain phases, especially when things start to get monotonous, like digging the footers and then all the block work and stuff, there were several times, I know several days where me and you, we were just in like autopilot, where we were working like robots just to finish, just autopilot. And those days were not so enjoyable. And those days were not so like, we got a lot of work done, but at what cost, And the cost was our joy. And that's something that you can't replace, and you can't you know, time you can't get back, you can't replace it. And I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I think you guys catch what I'm throwing.
Yeah.
So
it's
I'm thoroughly enjoying this period of our life.
It's really, really nice.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. But we are gonna have to get to work, you guys.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Rolling.
I'm so ready. I want to give a big shout out to Pops. We did see him yesterday. He came by and we got to visit him and hang out with him. I hope that you're having safe travels amongst your journey.
It was really, really, really awesome seeing you.
Yeah.
2 times in
a month. Yeah, twice in a month. It was like we hit the lottery or something.
Yeah.
But it was really good to visit with you. We ended up having a really good day yesterday doing that. We got several things done on our to-do list as far as like some of the other contractual agreements and stuff that we have and everything, which was really nice. I didn't get to spend any time in my garden.
No.
But that's okay. It was time well spent visiting and hanging out, you know. So I'm going to put that on my to-do list, and I might end up getting after some of that when you guys are gone fishing. I don't know.
No.
I'm going to have a lot of time.
I wouldn't mind trying to pull those strawberries and bringing them in.
Mm-hmm. So they stay nice and warm.
Put them next to the windowsill. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Well, we'll see. Maybe we can pull a little bit of them and let some stay out there, and then also bring some in so that way they all don't fully just...
Or what do you guys say?
Yeah.
What do you do for the strawberries? Do they just wither up and die and come back, or?
I don't know. We've never grown strawberries before.
I don't know.
I'm sure we could do a Google search on it and find out, but it's always funner to hear from y'all.
I don't want them to die.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't wither away.
I'll go build a little greenhouse for them over it, you know?
Well, this will be a little greenhouse soon enough. This room right here, you know, once we get the roof on it.
That'll be really cool because, I mean, we could pick, like, the peppers are all withered up and died. I know that.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure, too, like, if I really wanted to, I guarantee you, if we put them in a pot and I was like, hey, Anthony, hey, Rox, I'm going to throw these in your greenhouse, like, I guarantee you they would have no problem with it. If you really wanted to save the plants and that's what it was, I promise you they wouldn't care. They'd be like, okay. You know?
You know, I want to... They've multiplied.
Yeah.
Like no tomorrow.
Yeah.
And that's when I'm like, man,
I know.
I've been needing to get in there and move them around, but...
Yeah.
If they don't die during the winter, I'll just go and move them around.
Yeah.
Or will that kill them?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
I have no idea.
Let us know in the comments section, guys. Let us know. But wish us luck today. Today's going to be a great day. I can't wait to show you guys how everything goes for members, all right? Sneak peek coming soon to the members. At the end of the day today, when we pack it up and we're done, I promise I will take a picture for you guys and I will post it on the community tab of Simple Life Reclaimed. So you guys are going to be able to get the first sneak peek and see how far we got done today. So you guys can look forward to that. But Gary and I are getting ready to roll. So I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today and watching today's episode of Real Talk with SLR. Stay tuned. We've got some new videos coming out for you on Simple Life Reclaimed. When? Soon. And we'll be back tomorrow with a new episode of Real Talk with SLR. So until the next one, friends, we love y'all and we hope you have a good one.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later.